People don't believe I'm a manager. I can't get into festivals. I've been thrown off stages.
We actually get judged for everything, how we look, how we speak, how we dress.
For the longest time, I've been feeling like society's doomed for failure, innit?
Jeez. Very if you put your hand in, you'll feel it.
That's what she said.
Pause. We've been programmed to think only one of us can come through, and then especially if you're a woman of colour.
It's our responsibility to really fight against that. Like, no, this person's not my op.
When girls play games, I'm telling you, boys they hate it.
Really?
It's because you're better than them.
When you're dealing with so much more than what men are dealing with, I'm just being real. Like, they don't have to have a period every month, bear a child. Do you know what I mean? It's important for us to remember how incredible we are and give ourselves the time.
I wasn't allowed to release music for ages as well, so it was just jarring.
Why?
Because I was owned by the man and now I'm not.
So what's more attractive to you in a partner? Looks, personality, or finance?
Oh,
right?
This is the +44 podcast. I'm Zeze Millz.
Yeah, what's that about?
What's that all about?
I'm Sideman. Music,
culture.
UK. This is +44 from Wondery.
Hi guys, I'm Zeze Millz, and this is our special. Tonight it's a Women in Music special, and throughout the show we're going to be joined by some incredible, dope women in the music industry, and we're going to be reflecting on the good, the bad, having a nice chat. We love to have a chat. I feel like us women, we are very good at talking. And so this is our element. So we're going to be joined by some very talented people. We have Enny in the building. We have Grace Carter. We have Cristale. We have Kamille. We have Miss LaFamilia. We have Talia. We have Nqobile. We have Sian Anderson. We have Kaylee. I mean, we've got so many people. Plus we've got Brianna, Mimi, the music blogger. Come in, Mimi. And Mimi is gonna be doing up the chat. Mimi, what's happening? How are you?
I'm good. Happy Independent. Well, not International Women's Day.
I like that though, you know, because we are independent. International Women's Day could be / Independence Day because we're independent from all the
drama.
The drama.
Let's go. You know what? Rebrand.
Me and Mimi have rebranded International Women's Day to Independence Day for women. That's why you're Mimi.
Destiny's Child.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Who are you looking forward to seeing today?
Everyone.
I know, I'm really excited about this and having a good chat. Go on.
Enny.
No.
I love her so much.
I know, she's good. She's good vibes.
She
seems so calm, doesn't she?
She's just cool. She's chilled. She's relaxed.
Whenever I see Enny out, she's just giving like, this is in my stride. Like I don't, like the way she performs is the way she is.
She's just easy.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I love her.
Who's our first guest? I don't know what I feel like. Guys, today basically we're just chilling, and every time you hear the doorbell ring, it's gonna be a new guest. It's gonna be exciting. It's like girl chat, like we're having.
It's like the girls' toilets, basically.
Yeah.
Just chilling. Oh my gosh, I like your hair. Oh my gosh, I like your hair. Oh, we using lip gloss.
Yeah. But we're going to be talking about some serious things like the music industry because it is difficult for us. We got our first guest. 2 at a time. Come in, guys. Come on, sit down.
Loads of chairs.
There is, because there's going to be loads of us. Introduce yourself to the people at home watching. Go on.
Oh, dude.
Stop it. Stop it. You go first.
I'm Enny, artist from South East London.
I'm Grace Carter, a singer from Northwest London / Brighton.
Okay, nice. Now, everyone always thinks I'm from South. Do I give off South vibes?
I don't know, where
Everyone says I give off South vibes.
She's my neighbour. Don't do that.
Where are you from?
I'm from North Edmonton.
Actually, now you said it, you do live north.
How would you describe your music? Because I feel like I would say you're quite conscious. And I know when people say that, I know you did that face. Why did you do that face like that?
Because I just wrote a lyric about that recently.
Oh, what did you
no, when it comes out, it wasn't about you.
I know why you made that face, because I think when people label someone as a conscious rapper, it takes away excitement sometimes of them, if that makes sense. Like everyone feels like you only talk about deep stuff. But I think the reason why people say that about you is because they can tell there's a thought process behind what you're doing. There's a consciousness to it, if that makes sense. No, are you gonna kill all our dreams that we have of you?
No, because I never want to sound like, someone that thinks they're smarter than they are.
Right, okay.
But like, to me, I feel like it's like common sense. So if I said there's plain black girls in my area code, it's not like, wow. that's deep. It's like this pink girl's my area code. You know what I mean? Like
she's a straight MC, just like, you know what, say what I'm saying.
I don't think it's like it's. I just feel like it's general observations. Like we see Nigerian men can be mad. I'm gonna talk about it, or like all these like little things. I'm just taking you where we are.
I think the reason why as well, because Peng Black Girls sparked so much conversation around race, around women as well.
Yeah.
Was you conscious of that when you was writing it, that it could possibly start these discussions, especially because we know in our industry there's so much conversation around colorism and all those type of things as well. So was you aware of that when you had that song in mind?
Not at all, because it's like only the first couple lines were about that. So to me it was just like, I'm just barring, like I'm writing the sickest rap in the world, and then how it was perceived was like different, and I think that was the most inspirational thing, because it comes from a true place and not I'm trying to make a movement song, or I'm trying to change the game. It was just like a couple thoughts. Sorry. But it's like a natural, it's just like, it's real thoughts and real feelings. So that's what makes it common sense.
So Grace,
yes,
how was it for you being, you're a singer, songwriter, multi,
I'm creative.
You're creative. How is it for you in the being, because I feel like it's really hard for vocalists at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's been challenging for sure. Like I was in the major label system. I'm recently out of that, which
was that your own decision?
Yes,
okay,
which has been incredible. Obviously, it's hard work, but I think being in a place where you're like constantly pit against other females like yourself, well, they aren't even like you. It's just down to like the way you look or whatever. I remember just being in my old record label, and everyone kind of, there was all this thing, and there was this pressure to be like more black all the time, and there was all these conversations, and I was just myself, and where I come from was just like, instead of telling me that I need to be this person, you need to create more space for other people. Like I have a privilege as a mixed race person. I don't have to be that person that you want me to be, just based on your perception of what that is. And you need to create more space for other people. So, I mean, it is challenging. It's definitely, you get pigeonholed and put into a box and compared a lot, but also I think I've come out the other side of that, and now I want to tell that story, and in my music as well. I'm just like telling the story of someone like me that's mixed race, grew up in London half their life, then Brighton in a white family, and like and it not being defined by the outside.
So how would you describe your music?
Just really sad. Not sad. It's like sad, but like there's a little light at the end of the tunnel, you know? Like,
do you know what I was saying the other day, that I feel like the R&B is not R&B because it's not sad anymore.
Yeah.
The girls are not on their knees begging.
Do you know what? I mean, when I see you the other day, Fantasia, and I was like, ooh.
Yes, come in. Technically, we've got 3 people with us today. I know.
I know, I brought my little friend.
Oh my God. I'm Brenya, rapper, songwriter, singer from West London.
Hey.
Shepherd's Bush to be exact. Hey. Yeah, that's me.
I'm Kamille, singer, songwriter, producer, record label owner. It's crazy. It's Women's Day. Come on, we gotta pick that up.
You got a mother. Nice, nice. Okay, I feel like we should go to the what they saying in the chat.
They say Cal. Someone said, I like how you even had braids in the video representing.
Oh yeah, I purposely did that as well.
But this is the small things I feel like us as black women as well, that we have to kind of take into consideration. Like all these representations that we have to have. Do any of you ever feel pressure? Like I can't have my hair like this, I can't do my hair like this because I'm not going to be representing. They're going to think I'm to this, I'm to that. Any?
I actually don't.
Yeah.
I swear to
Brenda's like,
I swear, like, you know, like there's already so much that's in your head already. I don't even want to add anything else. Like I'm already conscious of so much that it's like, this one, stay over there. Like I am who I am, and like I like weaves. I like to look like this. I like braids. I like, you know, like so. Yeah, like I'm representing myself. Like obviously, if you feel like, you know, you're linked, like I represent you, then that's that.
Do you guys feel that there's pressure to look a certain type of way in this industry.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
Oh, 100%.
Do you
know?
All of us like
And of course, it's the entertainment industry, so we're gonna have to like present ourselves the way that we feel like is gonna, you know, do well for us and look good. But I mean, I definitely think there's also a lot of realism now where you can just kind of wake up in your bonnet and film yourself and not have to feel anyway.
When you're an artist, it's like all your insecurities are like put on like a magnifying, like a scope. It's just like you'll film a video and it's like, oh, I don't like that. And it's like
just become really critical of yourself as well.
You've never had to face it so up front and personal before. Like it was never 1,000 cameras and 1,000 pictures, and it's like I don't even like taking pictures anymore. This is work.
Now I hate I don't want to like put on makeup because I spent like 2 hours doing it before, like, you know, when you're gonna do like an event, and I was like, fam, I'm still tutu eyebrow and
let's go. The ladies are embracing this is how I am. You get what I mean? Because also we just don't have the time as well. I started Headscarf Diaries because my thing was that I cannot be bothered to be putting on makeup every time I want to do a video. Like the 2 hours, then we have to find outfits, then we have to find this. Kamille, I wanted to speak to you because you have written for some amazing people. Tell the people at home your accolades. Go on.
I don't even remember anymore.
How many hits she's got?
It's just been incredible, like for everyone from like Rihanna to, I don't even know, Stormzy to, it's been a lot. My journey's been a lot.
How hard has it been for you?
It's so hard. Like I was just saying, because I produce as well, and having not seen many black female producers, especially in this country, as you guys know, that's been really horrible for me. It made me then decide while I was pregnant to start just go and produce my own album, which is coming. So I'm like, why am I not seeing enough of that myself? I want to go online and see that women are doing this. So it's not been easy. I don't know how you guys feel, because there's not a lot of female representation behind the scenes in music at all.
What's your writing process? Talk to me, go, Grace, you start. How do you get into the mood? What happens?
Something happens that's sad or peak, and I'm just like, this is it. There you go.
Do you ever worry about?
No.
No, wait. You know what I'm gonna say? Because you remember back in the day, like when Mary J. Blige used to do bare sad songs, and then when she got in love, everyone's like, oh, we don't like this Mary. She's too happy. Do you ever feel like because people know you make sad songs that you can't later on down the line you might fall in love and just want to sing happy things?
Do you know what? I've been writing songs and I've been in love the whole time.
Oh.
So it's like, I don't think it's ever gonna get happy. I've tried to write happy songs, it just doesn't quite work.
Really?
So
It's part of what we do as well is we can access the memories. Like, when artists come and I'm working with them and like they might have had a breakup, I might be chill in my relationship. I'm ready to go in with you on your man. Like I'm ready. This is just what we do.
Do you know what? I find it hard to like get out my pad and be like, oh, this is a sad day. I hate life. I really do find it hard to tap in that moment.
Maybe
I can
her being vulnerable.
I think it's because at that moment I just want to cry. I just want to cry. Like I don't want to write. I want to cry. Like, so I can tap back into that emotion later on, but not when I'm going through stuff. I can tap into my like good emotions and my vibes at that moment, but the sad stuff I want to go through it and then refer back.
I feel like you have to process it first, like the songwriting part of it.
I always I want to give off good vibes, so I'm never really leaning towards the sad side. I'm gonna let you do that. So it doesn't come as natural as like, you know, shaking my ass. I love this life. You know, like good vibes. Let's enjoy. You know, so
love that song.
I think that's what it is. Like I like to refer.
Another guest. Nadia. We've got everyone. Everyone has to introduce themselves.
Yes, I'm Sian. I am a DJ, broadcaster, and I do marketing and mummy life. That's me.
Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm the founder of Women in Control. I've been in the music industry for 20 years. I do music management, artist consultancy, and a whole bunch of other things as well.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Miss LaFamilia, artist originating from Birmingham. Artist, rapper, singer, you know what I'm saying? Hey. And I'm a boy mom as well.
We was just about to go. Mimi said we had a serious question.
This fake sense of women empowerment in the industry.
What about? I think there is some fake empowerment, but a lot of the time you kind of have to, innit? Like sometimes you're forced to be in places and spaces where you just gotta make it happen. But then other times you just build organic relationships with people, and then but you gotta start somewhere, innit? Like sometimes like in this environment, I'll meet people today that I've not met before, and then I'll be like, I like you, I vibe with you. But it's not that we plan to be here together. Do you understand? It's a bit of 50-50.
I think she just pointed out a key point. I think this is the problem with the UK. People don't tap into you until they meet you.
Word.
And my problem is, like, I'm a big believer. If I see or hear something that I'm messing with, I go and research. I need to know who that person is now, today. And if we was to all actually take notice of what each and every one of us were doing, I think we would be the force to be reckoned with. And I think because we don't stick together like that, the guys do it.
I don't think we get to. I feel like there's only maybe 2 women that are allowed in the space that are in the room, and everyone else is outside, and we're all trying to scramble and figure out what the hell we're doing. And so I agree.
I was about to say that I think we feel we all have, whether we like it or not, it's kind of like deep rooted in us, that kind of crabs in a barrel type of thing. Because we, like you were saying, Enny, like we've been programmed to think only one of us can come through. And then especially if you're a woman of color, then then it's even more narrow. And then they want to make everyone be the same. So it's like, we can have you, but then we're going to find another person that's like you. And then you feel like, oh, damn, I've got to now compete with this girl because she's come to take my spot. And it's all like...
And then you start to hate each other.
Right, and you don't even know why you don't even, do you know what I mean?
Something that's not actually real. I think a lot of these kind of like notions are fueled by misogyny. I didn't want to say because I don't want this on record. I don't want this to come across as a bash men, we hate men thing.
No, let's
But it's actually true because a lot of the comparisons, like, I don't know how it was for anyone coming into the industry, but who has ever like compared you to someone else? Do you not find always been I can write a book. It's not usually women. And I don't understand it. But I feel like it's our responsibility to like really fight against that. Like, no, this person's not my op. I rate her.
But let's be honest, it's real though, because you feel it because it's real, and you kind of like gaslit. I think. I've gone and I've taken artists that I manage or taken their music into record labels, and I've been told by an A&R, but how are they different? Or we've already got someone signed. How are they? And I'm like, what do you mean? How are they different?
I was just about to say, remember, it's only recently. The game is the game how it is. I've only been doing music 3 years. When I came to the game, I could count on my one hand, realistically, who's really like out here as a female. But there's so many guys. So now, I think this is the beginning. This is lovely because there's more of us. So now, we can moan and sit here all day, but then in 3 years' time, the game's probably going to be different. And we're the ones that have changed that.
100%. So, Sian, you've been in the industry for about over a decade, coming up to 15 years. So can you talk about what Miss LaFamilia was saying? What can I call you for short? Lala. Well, Lala was basically saying that when she came, there was only a little bit, but how was it for you, like 15 years ago, the women in the industry? What's it been like for you?
I think it's so different because you got to remember, like, say, I came up maybe MySpace era. Not maybe, I came up in MySpace era. So there was a lot less distractions. Social media was just for banter. And actually, we didn't want cameras out because the stuff that we was doing, we didn't really want it on the internet. So when it became a thing of, you got to film yourself doing everything and put it on socials, and you got to take a picture when you was here and take a video when you was there, and it was a whole different spectrum of time. So when you're talking about like artists, for example, when they're coming out, it's like you're coming out and you're like, there's so many people who are doing stuff and I've got to do everything they're doing. Like to keep up and to get a fraction of the love they're getting, I've got to be on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, I've got to be a personality. And then for you, you're a mum as well, so it's like, I've got to do all that, then go home and be myself to my child. And like, it's a lot for your head. And I think back in the day, there were other forms of it, but it wasn't as drastic as it is now. But in terms of like people to look up to, it was very, very difficult. Like I came up with Julia Danuga, and we just kind of like, we didn't really watch a role model. We wasn't looking for a role model. We was just like having fun with our friends. And it was like, what do we want to do? We want to blog and we want to do radio and we want to do these kind of things. And then when it got to the point where people was like, what do you lot do? Because we was doing various different things, it was like, okay, cool, we need to start looking for some examples now of what these job roles are called. Presenter, broadcaster, blogger, like what is all of this? And then when you get to that point, you start looking around and you're like, who out of this pool of people represent who I am and what I want to be and what I want to do? But then that was the beauty, because then it was like, okay, no one does. So we are that person. And that's the beauty of everyone at this table, is that you are that person. So you're able to go, okay, cool, this is what separates me from everyone else, is that I'm a whole different person on a whole different flex, whole different mindset, don't necessarily agree with what everyone's doing, or maybe I do agree with everyone's doing, I just got a different way of doing it, and then you're carving your way there. I think the problem is when you come in and you don't know your identity. Like when you come in and you're still figuring it out. I see so many artists, so many presenters, people come in and they're like, I'm gonna be that person. And then they try and copy that person, and they get to a certain point and they're like, that person already exists. I can't be that person. And they gotta undo it all.
The problem with that also is that like a lot of us are very, very young. I thought I knew everything. I thought I was like, yeah, I know who I am, I know what I'm doing. And then I came into it and I was like, what am I doing? Who am I? All these things. And then it's like you're in a place where it's like you're out there. Yeah, exactly.
And you're doing it.
Crazy, like.
No, I think the problem is as well, the UK is so, when it comes to women, let's be honest, it's so toxic. Like we actually get judged for everything, how we look, how we speak, how we dress. Like remember, with the guys can look, Central C pulls up to the red carpet in a tracksuit.
No, but he did. No, I feel like the guys get it as well. Like on Shade Borough, when they put that, everyone was getting onto him. Everyone was doing that.
Come on, tracksuit in the red carpet.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Yes. Exactly. Because of your character.
No, but
it's your character.
True. But then what I'm saying, as a woman, like we remember in America, we have so many different kind of. Look at Lizzo. She's herself on the project. In the UK, we have. It's very conservative. Like you can't. No, it's not happening.
If there's a woman, an artist, and they put the song out, if you look at the comments, a lot of the comments are based around how they dress, how she looks. And as a manager, I've really struggled with how to dress. And I went on and did an interview one time, and they posted a little clip online, and I was telling a story about just my journey, saying people don't believe I'm a manager. I can't get into festivals. I've been thrown off stages. I can't get backstage.
Because you managed Lethal B, right?
Yeah, I managed Lethal Biz. I've been managing for 18 years. Right. So, but that was my first artist that I ever managed. But when I was going to the door, people were like laughing at me, going, "You're not the manager." And I was telling this story, and it was like they put a clip online, and I got so many comments coming in. Well, look at what you're wearing. So I had a baseball cap on. You don't dress like a manager. Well, no one's going to let you in because you don't look like a manager. I'm meant to dress, but I do see a lot of the guys wearing tracksuits, and I think it's acceptable. But I don't know what the uniform is, so I just default all black.
Well, you look lovely. I'm loving this blaze. I'm loving the whole look today. Me, what we got in the chat? Talk to me.
Any advice for young females who wants to make it to the music and creative industry?
I have advice. You literally have to block out all the noise. Like, there's so much noise.
But it's loud noise.
I say it all the time, like, for example, when Stevie Wonder was making music, he wasn't hearing what, like, Barry White was doing or seeing it on when you scroll online. Like, you're not meant to be seeing all this stuff. I really believe that. So I think as much as we're here to, like, help each other and speak online or whatever, it's actually important to, like, come off online. If you want to be truly creative and find what you do best, you just got to block it out, because you just keep comparing yourself every day.
I love that. Yeah. But then what happens when you block it out? Then they'll turn around and be like, you don't support anyone. You don't push anyone. I'm like,
I think it's like dipping in. Like, I use socials really cleverly now. Like, I dip in, I'll give love, but I don't stay. I do not stay there too long, because it's not good for your mental. It's not good for your mental. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I wanted to go backwards to, I think, the empowerment thing, and I just wanted to say thank you to Sian, actually, because from the beginning, when I first started doing Zeze Millz stuff, Sian was one of the first people to really embrace me, because in the beginning, everyone was like, who's this girl? And why is she talking so much? And Sian would just DM me and be like, you okay? She'll bring me on her one extra show, like, come and do these things. And forever, I will love and respect you for that, because you really, because you did. And I told you this personally, I always say this, like, I felt isolated in the beginning, and I understood why people were very, like, a bit wary of me, like, what the hell's going on here? But it was always just like, I'm just giving my opinion, that's it. Do you know what I mean? Even me and Lala, we've had our little thing, you came on +44. But the thing is with me, I don't think women empowerment needs to be like we all get along all the time, and it's all like, "Hey, girl," because I think also that is a little bit fake. And I think that's what that comment was kind of alluding to. You know, like when you're like, "Hey, babe," and you're like, "I can't stand that girl." But I think what it is just supporting each other, and even if you don't necessarily like what I do, it's about like, I don't like what you done, but I still respect you, and I still will like, you know, be support. I still like your picture, whatever. But maybe I just don't like that song. And I think because the UK is so small as well, and our scene is so small, the moment someone doesn't like something you do, everyone says it's bad vibes. You're bad vibes. It's like, well, no, actually, I'm just telling you. You know what I mean?
You know, we need to stick together because there's a lot of treacherous men out here in this industry. Seriously.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of men taking advantage of our feminine, like source, and I'll be honest with you, I don't like it, and I'm just here to say now, the more we stick together, it kind of we need to just clear the smoke, man. Like we need to let people know it's 2023. Like, don't look at me as a woman now. You're gonna look at me as a business lady. Like, I'm a business. I'm a brand. You can't just look at me like, oh yeah, that girl or that woman.
And I think in a lot of these situations as well, like we've got to put ego aside. Like, and remember like what we're actually here to do. Like as a broadcaster, it doesn't matter if I like you. Have you made a banging tune that my listeners are gonna want to hear? Yes or no? And then run it. Like, if I'm running a mentorship program, it doesn't matter if I think that you're capable. My job is to equip you and give you the tools to be capable. So I think a lot of it, like if you take away your personal and then you think, what am I actually here to do? If an artist approaches you and you think actually you're super talented, I'm not really sure I like you, but you're super talented and I feel like I can turn it around. Do you understand? But I think a lot of the time we're kind of, the ego's there in it, whether we like it or not. And we're like, okay, judging a little bit, and then you've got to kind of rein it in and go, actually, like, what am I here to do? Like, there's people that I work with that I champion, but in my personal life, we don't exist to each other. Do you understand? But we get the job done and you will never know.
I left my major label in January 2022, and obviously being a rapper into the game, they put me in this box where obviously you can understand, you know, they signed me as a rapper, that's what they want me to do. And naturally I'm a singer, this is what I love to do, this is my passion, this is my vice, right? So this has been really an important year for me to kind of block out the noise, like you said, and follow what I want to do. Previous people have let me know, like, Lala, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't sing right now. Maybe you should let me do what I want to do. Okay, so this for me is like my baby, and this is a new sound and it's a new start for me. Like I can actually be myself now, because I've, you know, and I'm, and
you feel so happy now. You're just doing what you want to do.
I love, and it's actually also, I always say this to people, kind of like what I was saying to you, Grace, about when you have a certain type, when people know you for something and then you kind of decide, I'm going to do something different, that alone is scary. Like you're thinking, oh my God, are people going to even like this? Are they going to want me to go back to what they know me for? So round of applause to you, and there you go. But Mimi, let us, what's happening in the chat?
So let's have a little topic.
Oh, let's go.
So how do you deal with the pressure of the female body when it calls you to reset? So like periods, obviously, PCOS, motherhood. Like, what do you do to call it like, you know what, I need to take a break and relax?
For me personally, I get in the studio a lot, like that tends to help me, but also I'm ready to just be like, no, I'm not doing this today. Like, I'm so sorry because I am only human, I'm one person. As much as I like to do everything and I'm a workaholic, it's so important to remember you're a woman, you're dealing with so much more than what men are dealing with. I'm just being real. Like, they don't have to have a period every month. They have to go and like bear a child. Do you know what I mean? And it's important for us to remember how incredible we are and give ourselves the time. Like,
I can't lie to you, I like to take a nap.
Oh my God, napping is a sport. Napping is a hobby. I'll be taking 2 o'clock naps just for fun. I'm like, oh, 2 o'clock, time for a nap. Like, literally, that's how I am.
But on what Kamille said, I do think there is a pressure sometimes that like you can't stop, because if you stop, what we were saying earlier,
someone else is gonna
So it's like, it's finding the balance as well. There's this pressure that you have to keep going. Like, I remember in 2020 when we went into COVID, I was really unwell. And I was told I wasn't able to go on tour, and everyone was like, no, you still have to go on tour. So I went. And then COVID happened, and it was just that thing of like, in my head, my body was saying like, don't go. But my head was like, if I don't go and I don't keep going, it's all gonna go away. And then COVID happened, so But any more questions?
Any tips for artists to empower Black or biracial people through the music industry?
Just championing together. I think it's always sicker when there's more than one of us in the room. I think like as time's going on, we're seeing that like even the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing that I've connected with like bare other female rappers and just we're not best friends, we're not pally, but there's a respect and there's like an acknowledgement of like, I see what you're doing, you see what I'm doing. We're about to shake the tables a bit. So I think it's just the consciousness of knowing it's more than my career and more than me, but we're trying to do something bigger than that.
On the what's happening? Hey. Welcome. Tell them what you do, who you are.
I'm Nqobile.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I'm a music artist, former dancer, and I'm a piano, South African culture. That's me.
Lovely.
Hello, I'm DJ Kaylee K. I'm from Northwest London and I DJ multi-genre, but I really like grime and I call myself the grimeologist. I also do a little bit of presenting and voiceovers as well.
Nice.
I'm Cristale. I'm an artist from South London. That's about it.
Cristale, you're the youngest kid. Did you know that?
Do you know what? Yeah, have I not been saying it the whole time? I've been outside pacing up and down because obviously, when you're young, you get told stay out of big people conversation. And now I'm in a big people conversation right now, so it's a bit,
I like Cristale's mum, so I call Cristale my mum. How cute is Cristale?
That's my mummy.
Oh no, I don't. Where did this come from? What's this? Are we fighting over her mum now?
You know, that's my mummy.
And Cristale's mum is her manager.
Yeah.
And she goes, and her mum doesn't look like her mum. She looks like her older sister. I don't know if Cristale doesn't like it. That's why she's rolling her eyes now, because she's like, must we do this every time?
They don't, like, they just don't stop. It's every single time, like they're meeting for the first time.
Cristale, talk to me. How's it been? We've got 4 rappers now, 4 lady rappers in the building. How's it been for you coming into it? What's it been like?
It's been all right, you know. Do you know what? Because I never planned to do this with my life, I never really have any expectations, so I can't say it's gone good or gone bad. It's just been an experience, and I'm very grateful to God for the experiences that I've had up until this point and the experiences that I'll have moving forward. But I did want to say, last time,
oh God,
you interviewed me, on your show.
Yeah.
Remember you said like, oh, how is it the dynamic with me and mum?
Right,
that's before she was even my manager. And I want to say that since she's adopted that role, it's just been like absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, really? That's so good.
That's amazing. She's blushing back there now.
Nadia, as manager, do you end up being like mum? Obviously, I have a manager and I know that I call them at ridiculous times and they probably think, what's going on? But what's it actually like dealing with clients?
Therapist, friend, companion, then you do the business stuff, and then it's just a weird relationship because you're really close, but then at the same time it is a business relationship as well. So it's just it's like balancing that fine line.
And how's it actually been managing someone like Lefa, who's obviously male, and you're a woman? What's that dynamic like?
I'm really lucky with him because I think he's really respectful. Right. He's always been really respectful to me. And also, like I said, he was my first client that I've ever managed, and I never managed anybody before. And I saw Pow on Channel U, and I was like, oh, I need to work this record. And I met him through that, and I was doing his press. And then I was like, oh, I want to be your manager. And he was like, you're crazy. Like, who is this young girl? And then he got signed to a record label and everyone was saying, no, don't work with her. We're going to get you some big shot manager. So they actually brought him some big shot manager on, and I just didn't give up. I want to be the manager's assistant then. And then I think I pushed the manager out. I think I was like, coming with new ideas and stuff. I said, have I got the job then? He said, well, if you get me a live agent, then we'll see if we can seal the deal. And I secured that, and then he officially gave me the role. Nice. But then I think that was the first fight. But then when I got the job of being a manager as a woman, I didn't come into the industry thinking I'm any different, that I didn't expect to be treated differently in those rooms. But I was, and I've had people try and test me with shouting, trying to bully, trying to push me around. Like I've said, I've had those experiences of being kicked off stages where they're performing and just being seen as like a less than or just an invisible woman or a groupie.
Men are the worst groupies. Let's not get into it, shall we?
No comment. I don't want violence.
Kaylee, talk to me. So grime is a heavily male-dominated space. So how's it been for you kind of navigating your space in that genre and people actually respecting your opinion?
I'd say initially it was hard and can be quite intimidating being a male space. If you're the only female in the studio or the room, look at you like a piece of meat or an equal, so that balance is a bit difficult. But for the most part, a lot of people have been respectful. I haven't really had any trouble. I've heard some horror stories, but it's been all right. It's been all right so far. But I think things like Girls of Grime, that platform, has really helped to bridge the gap because it's shed light on a lot of artists in the UK. So yeah, it's helped.
Nice. Yeah. And darling,
Yeah.
Nqobile, how are you?
Say my name properly.
Nqobile.
Huh?
Nqobile? Oh, with the...
Yeah.
Wait, do it.
No, you do
wait. I'm good at copying. Go. Nqobile. Kind of. Originally, you said before that you was a dancer. Yeah. Sick dancer, amazing, toured with Drake, done all these. Before you was in tour with Drake, you was what was your group called? What was
CEO Dancers?
Yes, CEO Dancers has been an artist, always been your passion, your thing that you wanted to do.
Yeah, 1000%. Like, I come from a church background, basically. Used to be in the church choir, all of that youth stuff, like dancing, acting, music, singing, or whatever. I've always wanted to be an artist. But I used to live in Leicester, actually, and then I moved to London. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come to London, pursue my dreams. I wanna be a big time dancer, all of this. And people used to clown me in church, what are you gonna do? You know how it goes.
Yeah.
And then I decided 2009, I think, I moved here. I was like, I had no place to stay or nothing. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come to uni here and figure it out. And I was doing dance stuff every now and again. And then I think literally a couple weeks after I moved here, it all kicked off. Afrobeats, artist called D'banj, had a show here, spotted a YouTube video of me and the girls. And then from there, he was like, yo, I'm going to Africa for a tour. Do you not want to come? So it was like uni or the tour. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to risk it, I was like, you know what? Let me just risk it. From there, literally, it's been, opportunity after opportunity. I just trusted my gut, man. And
When did you make the transition from dancer to artist? Well, I guess being a dancer was still an artist, but I mean like making music and
In 2014, I told the girls, like, you know what? I actually want to transition to music now. But I was still scared, like a bit in my head, like, people gonna take me seriously as an artist now. They see me as a dancer, you know, all the male artists, small girl, what are you doing, that kind of treatment. And I was just so scared. But 2020, I don't know, I just had some next energy. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do it this year.
Nice.
Just go for it. And my first track did quite well, actually.
It did very well.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, I was quite
And it's Amapiano, right? Kind of vibes.
The new stuff is Amapiano, but that's still like the South African sound, but not quite Amapiano.
That sound is 100% like taking over at the moment. Everyone loves it. Apart from, I mean, it comes on a lot in the clubs and it's very...
Do you get tired of it? Because everyone's like, oh, guys, we've had enough. Can you turn it down?
I love it, boy.
Like when I was in... No, when I'm in Ghana, that's all they play. And sometimes you're just like, please, just a bit of hip hop or bashment. When I hear like a little bit of bashment, I'm like, let's go. It comes up for one thing. But what I actually wanted to talk about was just touch on like mental health. Do you guys think that there's a lot of, do you feel like there's enough support for us as women, or do you feel like we're just expected to be strong and have and be, you know, what you guys?
We need safe spaces for women to be themselves, not have to try to be cute all the time. If a man wants to, you know, whatever. No. This is who I am, and I'm not being a diva. You're gonna respect me because I'm your equal.
Okay.
That's true. So we need a safe space, you know, and that's my take on it. Sorry about the passion there.
Cristale, what about you? Because I feel like the younger generation have an added pressure, especially with like socials. And I was saying to someone the other day, like when I was 17, I was not wearing Canada Goose jackets and stuff like that. Like they have to be so on, and it's like, how? Like there's too much pressure for a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old to be having all these, what is it? Talk to us.
I don't know. For the longest time, I've been feeling like society's doomed for failure, innit?
Oh, wow. Jeez. Very
No, but like in all honesty, like my little sister's 15. Like, do you get it? Like, my little sister's 15, got the same clothes in her wardrobe that I've got. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And that's not discrediting her. Like, I love her to bits. Like, her mum gets her these things and whatever not. But the pressure that you got to keep up with, like, I'm seeing kids get Van Cleef bracelets and things like that.
So we're gonna go on to the hot topics now. We're gonna have a little, because there's, why not? One of the things that I wanted to talk about, since we're all ladies here, there's obviously been in the headlines the fact that Glastonbury Festival has announced their headlines and there's no women. What are your thoughts on this?
It's really sad that we even have to have this conversation.
I think it's like
at this point, they're definitely doing it on purpose.
Do you think so?
100%.
Okay.
Like 100%. What bad press is good press, because there is absolutely no reason, excuse. At this point,
who would you? Okay, let me be honest. So although we all say like why is there no ladies headlining? Who would you choose?
Beyonce, there was Miley Cyrus, there was... It don't necessarily mean that it's people that we listen to, but there was really a list, and I looked through the list and I thought, I don't listen to half these people, but actually, I don't listen to those guys either.
Yeah, it's true.
There was a whole list.
She's done it. The best option would have been Riri, but...
It's them saying, we don't care. And I don't mean them as in Glastonbury, I mean the organisers of events are saying, actually, we don't care, we're filling our quota over there with something else. When we get asked about it, we're going to talk about that thing we're doing with women. But this is going to be how we want this. And if you set up your company and you want your company to be how your company, like how you envision it, who's going to tell you anything different?
Exactly. Who? Glastonbury came out and did an interview before the lineup dropped and said there are no women. There's a pipeline issue in the industry. But it's like, but you can be part of the change.
To get them to the stage of being headliners.
People buy tickets to Glastonbury, for example, just because it's Glastonbury. It sells out before the lineup is even announced. And it's like, they can make a choice to say, do you know what, we're going to program, because there's a lot of business, obviously it's a music business, so there's all these conversations going on behind the scenes about with agents, and it's all about egos, and it's all about billing, and this is like a big struggle. And there's also these conversations that happen, say that women artists don't sell tickets, but if you're not given the opportunity to build up and show your worth, then how are we meant to even change the problem? So I 100% believe with what you're saying. It's like the organisers and everybody, we all have a bit of power in our hands when we're making decisions. If you manage 2 artists, you can actually make sure that they get paid equally as well. I see we always have to just like take the like little dribs and drabs for the women. We're like, oh, can you book them as well? And they're like, oh, come in, undercut the money. So we have a responsibility, or I kind of say, well, are you doing equal pay? Are you going to pay us the same? I want to have full transparency on that. We can all do our thing, and everybody, like I said, has some kind of power when you're making those, whatever your positions are in the industry.
Someone said in the comments, we should have our own festival.
No, but why should
I don't think so either.
And do you know what? Women were 51% of the population. This makes me so angry.
51?
Yes! Women, as if we're like a niche genre. No.
Do you think that we still need things like International Women's Day?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know it was today. You get me? And I was literally back there thinking like what is it for? And it's for women's rights, isn't it? Like what rights do we have really? Do you know what I mean? Like
it's kind of like Black History. Like I don't think that we should have 1 month. Like I say to my son, it's Black History. No, it's not every day. It's Black
every
history.
day.
How about that's the real history? How about that?
Mine is like they're in their own bubble elsewhere. So unless we say it's Women's Day, it's like, oh, all right.
Can I ask you, has anyone received any kind of special treatment or flowers?
Some stuff I've seen today from women. I haven't really seen many men.
Because I think men just think it's a bit blah. I think they just think it's a bit blah.
Women doing their women's thing. Valentine's Day was the other day.
They said, no, you can't say already.
Too much.
Like literally.
No, I think when it comes to corporations, this is the day where it's like in the build up to today, HR start asking, so what are you doing for International Women's Day? What's the gender pay gap right now? And then they have to start thinking, what are we doing inside our organisation to make sure that women are represented? And then the next few months that follow, they have to do things, because when International Women's Day come, everyone starts getting that.
But then does it dry out by some of them?
Yeah, it does.
You know, like the comments sometimes when it comes to being the token, as in the token woman.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind being that? Like,
personally, I feel like even being a black woman, I'm so tired of this whole thing of, oh, is it hard for you as a black woman? Listen, I'm gonna make my own shit happen anyway. Right. So I feel like when I hear that, I take it as an opportunity to make sure that I excel. And I think it's just about us making imprints for others. Like if you're a black female and you want to be a producer, for example, like what I'm trying to do is going to help other people in the future see that. When they go online and see who made those songs and they see my name, they'll know it's like, oh, okay, she's from South London, she did that, I can do that. So I just think, no, I'm so tired of letting these things hold us back now. It's actually boring to me. I'm just trying to change it and change it for the future as well.
Click. In the next 20 years in business, how do you feel like it will go for us females? Be realistic.
It's gonna be old.
I think women are big consumers in general. So I feel like if women start tapping into women more, you'll reap the benefits. Because I feel like a lot of the time, let's say like as a female artist, sometimes people come out like, I need to let the man them know I'm hard. It's like, make songs for the girls. They need songs.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Since we've got ladies in here, the rappers, why is everyone deepening their voice at the moment?
Because
What are you talking about, random or girls?
The ladies, I feel like the other day I heard Nicki Minaj on stage and I was like, what is going on? No, she has that. No, she was like, yo, what you say? And I was like, what is going on? It was too much. No, but before she'd be like, hey guys, vibes. And now it's like, what you say? And I was like, it was too much.
I don't know if you guys have noticed. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this yet. Sorry. No, but I think nowadays, it's not you tapping my leg like, girl. No, but this is just something I've observed as a consumer. I think the women are becoming more masculine and the males are becoming more feminine.
The women are becoming a lot more masked, I would say, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I don't know why we're doing it.
You know why? We're being made on our shoulders to carry. So
okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Talia! I just want to say, there's been loads of people in the chat beginning. Where's Talia? Introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do, who you are.
Hi, I'm Talia. I'm a singer from South London.
Hey. So you've been in the. How long have you been in the music industry, and how's it been?
Well, I released my first song when I was 13.
Oh wow!
Most embarrassing thing ever. Don't recommend.
Why?
Don't recommend because I went to some dead studio in South. It was just not the vibe. But I signed a deal like a year and a half ago. So like
nice.
Properly in the last few years, but I've been around for a while.
Because you also, outside of your music, you do gaming, right? Because me and Talia have worked together, we did a series together, so I know you do the gaming and that's like also your thing. And also, although this is about music, again, that's a very heavily male-dominated world that you're in. So you're in two heavily dominated worlds. How are you navigating this?
Eyes closed.
Eyes closed.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you just notice that a lot of the feedback you get is always about how you look.
Really?
Yeah. It's never, and if you're good at something, people hate it.
Really?
Yeah, people are really mad.
So would you say your audience is more male, like heavily male? Yeah, because then, and so do you feel the pressure to look a certain type of way when you your songs, when you're online? Do you feel that pressure, knowing that it's men looking at you more predominantly?
I do, but I feel the pressure in the opposite way.
Okay, go on.
That I actively am like, I can't look too like sexy or whatever, because then it's like I'm giving in, or I then feel the pressure of like, oh, am I playing into it? When it's like, no, maybe that's who I am.
Right. Hey,
I have a question for you from the comments.
Let's go.
They said, when's the next new single?
It's coming. But I'm not allowed to say when. I'll get in trouble.
Uh-oh.
It's coming soon.
Is that pressure for you guys as well? Like, as all artists, like when they're asking you, when's the next song? When's it coming out? When is it this? Is that in itself like a lot? Does that give you some sort of anxiety, pressure?
It makes you want to just put it out tomorrow.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to release music for ages as well, so it was just jarring.
What?
Everyone was like, oh, music.
Yeah, it's like, it's not my fault.
Why? Because I was owned by the man and now I'm not.
Do you know what I think about like supporters a lot? Sometimes you'll drop a song, yeah, then the next day, where's the next one?
Like we have to
I'm sorry. Can you take this one in? Can you let it have a moment?
So, ladies, what's the love life like as a woman? Oh wow, the way Kaylee looks at me, like the way you looked at me was like, girl, why are you asking me these questions? For?
It's a pandemic, yeah?
There really is.
Wait, no. What you say, yeah?
You know, all my single friends are like, it's the ghetto right here. I keep hearing that. I'm like, what's going on?
But honestly speaking, like as a woman in this industry, I find it so hard to navigate dating, especially being like a strong woman, a woman that's doing really well for doing well for themselves. No, adding really well and like chill out. All right. Does anyone else find it like men find that intimidating and you can't navigate the system, like what's going on? Or is it just me?
Dating in general, like as someone in the industry, yeah, sometimes, like especially if the person hasn't known you like forever, they might know you from when you became an artist. They've got something in their head already. Like they've already got like a preconception. I've never spoken to an artist before, so obviously you must be a bit, And it's like, I'm just a normal girl.
Do you think we can have it all as women? Like you can be a boss in the whatever you're doing in the music industry, you can have your family, you can have, or do you think something is always gonna lack?
Trust me, you can have it all. Like, let me tell you that. And it's about having the right partner, someone that knows, you know what, she's the not breadwinner because I'm gonna get me a man that gets his. But I'm saying, like, look, she's had it, like, let me meet her in the middle and, not cook, because most men can't cook, but I'm saying, at least try. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to find that partner that makes you being an artist or creative comfortable. If your partner's fighting against you, if your family's fighting against you, then how do you expect to be who you are? You have to have that balance. It took me years to be able to, but now I'm sitting on that place where I'm everything's balanced. But it took a long time.
I think the way that you will have it all is if you find a man that's secure within himself. It's not just like financially either. It's just like he knows you do this and I do that. Like that's literally it. Like he's not intimidated by your power as a woman or your success as a female or anything like that. Because obviously you got dudes out there that's like, as a female rapper dating a male rapper and your career's going off and his one's just this off. Like, you know what I mean? That would be peak because I'm not involved.
Bedtime is stiff. Bedtime would be very stiff. I'm sorry. The dynamics.
It's all at the mobos. I swear,
I can't date. Like, let me tell you something. I'll tell you something right now. I've never dated no one in the industry, never will. Don't like it. I just feel like it's too pretentious. Do you know what it is? Maybe I haven't met that right person, but I find it very cringe. Like, I'm already doing the most. Like, I want to go home with someone and have my little secret, like my little low key, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what makes me feel like, I'm handling my business. But if I'm all these blogs and you're being seen dating the shoe, he's snapping the watch and and they're putting you together and do you know what I'm saying? It's too much. People in business.
We've actually got a question like that.
Somebody asks, what is it like being in an industry and having a public relationship?
Never done it.
Never done it.
Can't relate.
Yours was quite public, isn't it? Because you was on the Channel 4. You did and you spoke about your relationship. So for you, how has that been?
I feel like it comes down to what you guys are saying. Like you have to find the right person. I couldn't have done this with like any stupid guy out there. Like it had to be like Tommy is one of the most incredible men I've ever met in my life. And like I honestly feel like that's the only reason why it's worked. Because he's a serious guy.
But you're a whole wife, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You're a whole wife. So
I feel you. So guys, would you actually be in a public relationship though?
When I start,
Go on, Grace. Go on.
When I started, my old manager's no shade, no tea, no shade, but told me like I've been in a relationship for 6 years. and told me not to share any of me and my boyfriend online, so that I was like remain desirable.
Yeah, I heard that a lot actually.
That's so weird.
That they would think.
Trust me, when you're in a relationship, men want you more, which is crazy.
Yeah, so
Nadia, how is it for you though? Because obviously being a manager and managing a male, has that been difficult for you? Like people automatically assume there must be something going on between you, or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I got undermined like about loads of comments from the beginning. Yeah. And then like I said about the way I dressed as well, I just felt like people would come up to me and be like, oh, we should get together, we could be like a power couple. I'm like, I think when I came into the industry, I feel like you were made to feel like fortunate, just take what you're given and just get on with it and just be grateful for it. I think there's more speaking out about things now. And I definitely felt, oh, I can't have a relationship. I can't date anyone in the industry. I can't be seen with anyone. I did feel like that. But I don't think that's right. I agree with you. I don't think it's right. I feel like if I could speak to myself when I came in and just be like, don't change, just be yourself, because I turned into a robot, kind of just like the way I dressed, the way I acted, just to protect myself. But I lost myself because of that. I didn't have kids as well. You think, oh, I can't. I have to, my career. And I think we're told that again. And I think for artists as well, I think you might have seen, with, I think Lauryn Hill, when she had a baby, she was told, what are you doing? Like, it's going to ruin your career. I remember Cardi B, when she had a baby quite early on in her career. Yeah. And I think when people do it in the forefront, like even yourself, Kamille, it's like you're showing that it's okay to do it. So it is important to have people out there that are doing it and showing that life publicly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Talia, do you have any advice for like, young women that are trying to get into the spaces that you're in?
Just concentrate on yourself. Like, it doesn't matter if someone else is doing something, it's not going to affect you. There's so much space for everyone. It doesn't matter if someone's doing a similar thing to you. Like, it's never going to be the same if you're actually a different person. So it doesn't matter.
Do you ever get worried about, because if people know you as like doing gaming and then now you're obviously you've been an artist before, probably doing gaming, but do you ever get worried about people being like, why are you doing this now? If they didn't know you was doing it before.
Yeah, people do that sometimes. They're like, I swear you were just playing Valorant. Why are you now singing on this track? Like, right. Make it make sense. But you know what? Most people they're actually all right with it because they're just glad I'm not doing the super boy thing anymore.
What do you mean by super boy thing?
Like,
what's that mean?
When girls play games, I'm telling you, boys they hate it.
Really?
It's because you're better than them. And they get mad. They get real mad. It's quite funny. But like, they're actually like, okay, like, yeah, you're not on my game anymore. Yeah, go do your singy thing. Like, love that for you. It's a bit weird. Yeah, it's wild.
And then you come back and then bust it up again.
Come back, play again. They're like, all right.
In between, we're recording a verse. Like, by the way, I'm just in the studio and I still beat you. This is my brain. But I think we've got a game now. Oh. Enny just picked it up. It's called the Box of Truth. I love that. And it's in an Amazon box. Yes, we stay on brand, guys, at all times. So I feel like, because Enny's down there, you might as well start.
Oh, sorry, what do I do?
Just gonna. There's some questions in there. Pick one out and then read it, and then see. And then you have to tell us the truth.
Me?
Yeah. So you pull it out, and it will have a question or something on there, and then you've got to answer it.
Who is the GOAT female artist of all time and why?
Beyonce.
Period.
Yeah. I'm going to say Lauryn Hill.
Oh, me too. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
One album and disappeared. I think that's.
Do you know how goatified you have to be to release an album and you're drinking and eating and living off one album for the last 2 decades?
Let's see what we have here. If you could collab with any female in the world in music business, who would it be? Rihanna Purr. I'm getting that Fenty Dill. Yeah. I'm going to join my business with her and become a billionaire as well too. So that's me. What do you got? Yeah.
So Riri, if you're listening, if you're tuned in.
Yeah, book me for Fenty. I'm wearing your foundation right now. So.
I feel like we will probably have some.
Something Fenty.
The gloves.
Lala, you're next.
Oh. I'm just enjoying this food, I can't lie. Try not to look greedy on camera, but.
Listen, eat away.
I hate these questions. Where do you see yourself in your career in 5 years' time? Can we just deal with the moment, please? Like, I'm here now. No, honestly, I've always said that I'm definitely gonna have a label. Kind of like what Nick is doing, like she's had a prime and now she's like bringing through artists that she believes in. I see so many people, especially females, that are just cold. And there's only so much embracing that can do for someone's career. But to actually give someone a chance, put some money behind them, put a strategy behind them, put some guidance, some therapy, give them stuff that, you know, when I was in my major label, felt like I was losing my mind. Because there was so much going on and I felt like, oh my God, there's no one to help me. And I will always remember that feeling. So I would always want to try and make that a thing for me. Like before I go, like I want to help. So yeah, that's my thing.
Nice. See, you didn't like the question, but you gave such a good answer. And it wasn't even like a generic answer. It was actually like one of those ones you're like, oh,
I've said it so many times.
Oh, okay, fair enough. You took the illusion away.
Yeah,
No.
No. I'm sorry, I hate these types of questions. What makes you feel empowered and strong as a woman? Do you know how hard it is to be a girl? It's hard. Like, it's so hard. And especially me, yeah, obviously, it's no secret I'm a bit of a tomboy. You know what I mean? So, like, what makes me feel strong and empowered? I don't know. I got a good role model. You know what I mean? My mum's a sick role model, and if I ever need guidance, it's either her or God that I'm looking to. So that's pretty much it. Ew, guys, don't do that.
I feel like the kids cry.
I know. Name a female artist who continues to inspire you and why.
Why didn't I get that one?
Female artist that inspires me. It's hard to pinpoint one person. But
give us two.
I'd probably say like Rihanna as well, because she's a powerhouse. She's just built an empire like from the ground up, and I think that's amazing. Who else would I say inspires me? I think Nqobile, quite random, but she's an original pioneer of grime. She's still doing her thing. She's a strong female. She's amazing at what she does, and I just like watching her journey. Yeah, I'll stick with two.
Cool. Nice. At least they're not like personal. When was the last time you was in love?
Yeah. So what's more attractive to you in a partner?
Oh, wow.
Looks, personality, or finance?
Oh.
Right? Straight finance for me, boy. At this stage, finance.
Wait, what was the options?
So looks, personality, or finance.
Oh, I've got
so a bit of both. No, but then for me, yeah, looks are cool, personality is amazing, but finance at this stage of my life.
But what if you've got mad finance and a bad personality? Because a lot of
listen, at this stage, like I said,
that's the truth.
I ain't got no time.
That's your truth.
For real,
that's the truth.
Love without money for me ain't fun. So finances, we can have fun. Figure out everything else. Huh?
What's the video's line about?
What was it? Love is sweet. When money enters, love is sweet. Thank you.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Oh.
You want to know?
Oh God.
Hey, I don't know.
I feel like you were supposed to say the politically correct. I love myself. There's nothing I would change.
I'll say overthinking, you know, because I think too much.
Yeah, me too. I'm an overthinker.
This head of mine, too many thoughts. Yeah. Stop that. Your turn.
Okay. You can only pick one artist to listen to forever. Who is it? Beyonce or Rihanna?
Oh. No. Yeah. Wait, guys.
I have an answer.
I'm gonna watch you. Because you're talking to a beehive.
Oh, I want to say Beyonce. Only because I feel like Beyonce, not because I love Rihanna. Rihanna, I love you so much, you'll go. 100% go. But I feel like Rihanna, I feel like Beyonce has a song for every mood that you're in. Wherever you're like, I don't like that guy anymore, I'm in love with that guy anymore, I want to be independent, I'm going to get my own. Beyonce has a song for every mood. Whereas I don't know if Rihanna has a song for every mood that I'm ever feeling.
Okay.
I feel like Beyonce, you know when you have I feel like Beyonce has those ones where someone's done you wrong and you could be in the car like, to the left. Like, you know what I mean? You'll feel it in
your heart and your soul. So that's why I'm saying Beyonce.
If you listen to Beyonce, you get to listen to a full artist because she was also in Destiny's Child.
And she was Sasha Fierce.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, cool, Talia, let's go.
What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self now if you could?
That's a nice one. We're getting personal ones, isn't it?
Don't sign nothing at 16.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's my advice. Don't sign no contracts when you're that young. You're gonna end up sad. You need to just like write it out a bit, figure it out, because like you feel like you know everything at that age.
Yeah.
And then you get to 20, you're like, nah, I know everything. And then you get to 23, you're like, nah, I know everything.
Then you get to 33, you're like, no, I know everything. So you're actually, you probably get to 50 and I'll be like, no, I know everything.
Hold out.
That's good advice. That's good advice. That's really good.
Name one of your biggest achievements to date, personally or professionally. Ooh. I think my biggest achievement professionally would probably be my Grammy Award.
What do you mean? No, wait, can we just take a pause, please? Because the way Kamille said, she's like, I think my biggest achievement today. And then she looked down at the paper, would be my Grammy Award.
Do you know what it is? I just have some bad imposter syndrome.
No! Can you look into the camera and be like, I've got a Grammy?
I'm a Grammy Award winner, okay?
Yeah!
Own it.
Yes!
And I think personally, it would probably be finding like the love of my life and having a baby. Yeah.
It's possible. This is goals, guys.
This is so much pressure to come on.
Name 3 deal breakers you look for in a partner when you first date.
I'll give you 10.
Wow. When you first date, okay, probably being empathetic is a massive one because I am emotional. I've been through some shit. I need you to get it. I don't know. Help me out, girls.
I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Kids.
No, wait, shall I tell you why? No, wait. Wait a minute. Listen. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, no baby mums and no.
Because they don't have kids.
Yeah.
No, they can't have kids. That's a deal breaker. But I feel like I'm not trying to be
PTSD, sorry guys.
I feel like
He's a good man, Savannah.
I feel like you're at the age where that can still be a non-negotiable. But I'm 33, so I'm like, bring on them kids, honey. I'm gonna be stepmom. You need me to pick them up? I'm gonna do that for you, baby.
It's actually so true. How many men these days don't have kids?
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Everybody has kids.
You know, the pool is already limited.
You know what I'm saying?
Limit yourself as well to Nah.
That's like
Just be a good dad. That's my part. Just be a good dad.
But do you think it's mad that it's like it's tough to ask a man who can't have kids and bring kids into a relationship? But as a woman, if you have kids, then it's just like no one wants to be with you.
True.
You think that's mad? I think that's true.
That's true. And also, actually, can I just ask, since it's International Women's Day, is that being a little bit hypocritical? Because if a guy was like, I don't want women with no kids, how would we all feel about that?
You gotta love them kids. Sit beside them and make them sandwiches.
How would you feel?
I think it's a preference.
Okay, cool, yeah.
I hear
that.
Can I give my reasons? Because I feel like
I'm with you. No judgment. Nothing.
Because with my experience, baby mums have been really,
They're crazy.
really tough. Really tough. Sorry guys. And it's like they really give me bad attitude. I'm just like, because you have this kid and you think you're better than me or something, like I can have this kid too. So that's how I feel.
So we've got. Well, maybe
I really answer the question.
Okay, cool. But yours was the.
Yeah, probably like if you're not empathetic, you can go.
And that's a huge thing, you know.
Yeah.
Massively. And then gaslighting. My dad did that my whole life. Don't need another one.
Preach.
And do you know what? I'm really bad at this. I was nervous the whole time, and now it's come to me. I'm like blank.
It's good. You gave us 2. That's good. And you gave us 2
Mimi,
good
come
ones.
on, another one.
Mimi said the no kids already.
No kids. Okay, no.
What about intentional?
Yeah.
Loving your man way too much.
Yeah.
Okay. That one. The boys.
But you know what? If you want to be in a relationship, I'll be honest.
you have to compromise.
100, definitely.
It's not like, and women, we get very like, it's all about me. No, it's not. We need to balance it out, you know?
Yeah. Sian?
When you need a confidence boost, what's your go-to self-care routine?
Ooh,
I'm a spa girl.
Oh, okay.
Me, I will turn off my phone, I'll go to Champneys. You will not hear from me for 24 to 48 hours. Yeah. And I will just sit in bubbles, drinking bubbles. Nice. Like, I am not afraid to go and sit in the spa and chill. Like, I'm a water baby. So whenever I'm in water, I get clarity. Scorpio.
Okay, nice.
Base Scorpio, innit? But I get like proper I get proper vibes from being in water, and it clears my head, and I can think straight, and then I kind of come back feeling refreshed. So that's my self-care.
I thought you was gonna say cooking, because I feel like you enjoy cooking. I feel like that's your like therapy.
Do you think I could cook without someone turning up now? It's not therapy. Every day someone, hello, what's on the menu? From cooking, my best friends live next door, they'll come across the garden, the front, the garden. Sometimes they let themselves in, and they're like, oh, so what's... Things are happening when I take out the pans and a chore, innit? Yeah, like, so now I'm just like, I'm not cooking.
I hear it. No, you're not. You made me, you promised me.
Yeah, we're coming for dinner, me.
No, I do find that very therapeutic, definitely. But if I'm in my own space, like if I know that the neighbours are in, I'm not cooking nothing. If I know someone's coming around, I'm not cooking nothing. That's not gonna make me feel better because then I have to entertain. But just like going and being in bubbles, that's like my thing.
Nice. Nadia? Final, last but not least.
Is there anyone in here?
No, there's loads. There's loads. You just got, if you put your hand in, you'll feel it.
That's what she said.
Pause. A bit sauciness. I'm so glad it wasn't me. And yes.
Who has been your biggest female inspiration in your life?
Oh.
I feel like with my journey, just coming up, I just didn't have any female role models to look up to. In the industry, I felt really isolated. I just felt like I was doing it alone. It's only now that I feel like I've got a band of like sisters in the industry around me. And yeah, like I've been really independent from young. So like my mum was really sick when I was young, so I was a carer for her. And then I was just doing things by myself. I like had to live by myself and then look after my family. So I was always the provider. So yeah. There's loads of just Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. It's tough. Yeah.
Does anyone feel like they had support when they came into the industry? Because I personally think for females, I think it's been like that for pretty much all of us.
What's kept me supported me when I first came?
Yeah, because you're hard.
I was saying, not like loads, but I was saying earlier, like Sian really threw the flag for me. Irene's, like she's always flown the flag for me. There's been like women that have really like helped me. I would hope that I assist in some way. Like, do you get what I mean? Oh, okay, thank you, Mimi.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be so...
No, don't cry, please, no, because
I went to one party and Zeze pulled me out and said, just be consistent, don't look at the comments, keep on going. And she introduced me to Little Sims, by the way, in Soho. So it was very much... I love you so, Zeze.
Oh, Mimi. No, because it's like, and do you know what it is? Like we were saying earlier, it's hard not to see, if we're speaking honestly, it's hard not to see other people as competition, especially when they're doing similar things to you. And that's because, like I said, we've all been programmed to feel like there's only one space. You know what I mean? Especially being a dark-skinned black woman. On top of that, you've been told like, oh, even the way I managed to get in already was weird. So in my head, I'm like, so you have to literally, like you were saying, like program yourself to be like, this person is not my competition. I'm gonna help them. because I know how hard it was for me. So I'm gonna make sure that even if it's just a little bit of, I wish someone told me like, be consistent, or don't read the comments, or just keep going. Do you know what I mean? And then whenever you can be like, bring somebody in, that's my thing. Like, okay, cool. Like, use Mimi or use this person or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, but it's us understanding, like we were saying earlier, that we're not each other's competition and that there's enough room for everyone. We can bring people in that you rate. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Let me just say, sorry for calling you. No, that's fine. We should actually make a group, just women. Just a space, where we all share what we have coming up. That's the only way that we're going to get this support. Because otherwise, it's too scarce. Let's actually be the change. Let's make a group chat or something where we can actually send each other stuff. And you know what? Like, let's stick together and make our own thing.
The only thing everyone else can do is just join in. Do you know what I mean? Because I think sometimes they feel the energy of like, oh, that person's like that person. And do you know what? There are some people, like we're saying, like Sian was saying, there's some people I just don't like. Your character, I don't like. But if you've done something dope, I'm going to be like, that was sick. Do you know what I mean? I'm not Steph London's biggest fan. However, personally, no, but if she does, no, but I'm using it as an example. But I think, but what I'm saying is, I'm using it as an example.
I was already.
Wait, I'm using it. Why are we? See, this is what I mean. I'm using it as an example. Why is everyone sipping their drink? Calm down. I'm saying personally, I'm not her biggest fan, just because I know, but her music, I enjoy. I like her music. So when she done her freestyle and stuff like that, I'll retweet it. I'll say this was dope. But it doesn't mean because I don't necessarily take to her as a person, I'm not going to support. And actually, that's what I think women empowerment is. If you're only supporting your friends, you're supporting your mate. That's what you're supposed to do. If you only retweet girls that you par with and you like, is that really women empowerment? No, that's just you being a good friend. And a lot of women mix up being a good friend with women empowerment. I don't have to like you personally.
Are you a girl's girl? Are you a girl's girl?
I don't think there's any such thing as girls. To be honest with you.
If someone wants to come to you like, Zeze, I know you don't mess with me, but like, I like you and I want to like vibe with you. Like, if you don't like that person and they've actually come out their way and said, look, boom, X, Y, Z.
People have their own perceptions of me and I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that. But don't then block me professionally, and I would never block anyone professionally. There's so many girls, and that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't block professionally. There's so many people that will be like, do you want to work with this person? And I might not have a personal relationship, and I might not actually be, but I'll be like, yeah, cool, whatever. Like, that's fine, because
and I can vouch for you on that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, before, like, if they was like, oh, we're gonna have Miss LaFamilia on the podcast, and I was like, I don't really. We've had a bit of thing on. I don't know what the vibe's gonna be. Maybe not. That could influence them to be like, okay, we're not gonna. But I would never do that because it's like it's not that big. It's just like we had a disagreement. I don't hate you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even like it again. Like if I see Steph, I'm gonna say hi, but it's not. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not deep. It's just that's my opinion, and we move along. And I think mature women, we should be able to do that. I don't have to love you.
At my age now, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I had when I first come in, because I felt like I was fighting for my position, I was fighting to be seen, I was fighting to be taken seriously. Now I'm just like, I'm easy. Like, I don't have no enemy, and especially I don't have women enemies. Like, people always try and play me against like certain people. Like, oh, it's like when you're assured of yourself, there's nobody that can even sit next to you, let alone compete with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. And I vouch for you on that one. You're a real one.
Thanks, Lala. And on that note, we're gonna end. We've come to an end, so thank you so much for joining this special show celebrating women in the music industry. So before we go, be sure to check out all the new releases this week across the +44 playlist on Amazon Music.
As well as the main +44 playlist, we also have the R&B playlist, the rap playlist, and the Afro playlist.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram at +44UK, where you can see snippets of this podcast, exclusive content, and stay up to date with all new music releases.
You have been listening to the +44 podcast from Wondery with me, Sideman.
And me, Zeze Millz.
Listen to the +44 podcast wherever you get your podcasts, or listen early and ad-free on Amazon Music. The +44 podcast is produced by So Incredible with Wondery, audio engineered by Nathan Cooper, filmed and edited by Marcus Accent, photography by Naomi Koji Payton. The podcast is filmed at Fiction Studios. The executive producer for So Incredible was Harry Anthony. The executive producers for Wondery and Amazon Music were Delisa James, Estelle Doyle, Richard Knight, Jessica Radburn, and Marshall Louis. Thanks to you for listening. Listen to the +44 podcast wherever you get your podcasts,
or listen early and ad-free on Amazon Music.